Alright. Hello, my beautiful creative creatures. We're doing a couple of videos right now, giving my computer a break. Because I'm also going to be working towards getting a desktop computer that's up and running that works better than laptop, so I can give it a break. I will probably still... Whoops. I will probably, hopefully be able to do more videos on my computer soon, though. I wanted to shoot a couple on my phone. And today we're going to talk about an Optavia coach. And as you can see by the title, it says, Optavia coaches, how dare you? And I'm curious about what this is all about. So I figured we would give a blind reaction to this. It's a shorter video, and I hope you enjoy. And let's get started. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell down below for any upcoming videos, and I appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you very much for all your support.
Appreciative of the feedback that you guys give me, especially on that last video, so thank you for all of that. This morning I am out bright and early to head out to my office for a meeting, and it's frigid here this morning. It's in the low 20s. Cold, not used to it, and I have to tell you, very strange. So I have to wear, dress clothes. So I have a pair of pinstripe pants on, I have a black turtleneck, a nice little belt, my coat with the leather. You gotta look corporate, right? I haven't worn corporate.
Why do these coaches always insist on recording videos while driving? Please stop recording while you're driving. And looking at the camera while you're driving. Like, stop it.
Clothes in quite some time, and not liking how they're fitting, strangely enough. They're not fitting like they normally do. I know that my body is changing in that I'm not doing a lot of exercise. The hiking has subsided because it's frigid and snowy, and I'm not doing as much walking, and hence, your body gets a little soft. So I don't like it. So I have to get my ass in gear and get back on my elliptical and use the weights in the gym we have in the house. Like, what is wrong with me with that? That's definitely number one on my list. My fear of it, though, honestly, is when not so much the elliptical, but when I start training, I get hungry. And that's when I have a tendency to go off track. So there's a delicate balance with this. So I'm going to start, again, just with the elliptical. I have a bike, a stationary bike also. And I think I might look into the Peloton app. Not the subscription, because I don't need the bike, I have one. But just the app. And maybe that will motivate me just a little bit. I don't know. If you guys have the Peloton app without the bike, you have your own or whatever, and you just use the app for the classes, let me know. I'm really curious to know how you guys like it. But I definitely have to get my heart rate up and start burning off, the extra softness that, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm very comfortable where I'm at, but that's the problem. I'm a little too comfortable. And I've been working from home almost for a full year now, getting out and doing some things, but primarily working from home. And you get really comfortable wearing a nice top to get on a conference call or telehealth or whatever you do. And you wear pajama bottoms because nobody can see, or sweats or jeans or whatever. And then when you have to wear, clothes that you wore a lot, you notice a change. So I'm going to challenge you guys to go put on an outfit that you haven't worn in a while. Maybe it's work clothes, something else, and let me know what you think. Are they comfortable? Are they tight? Like, mine aren't tight. They fit. It's just my body composition is different. Like, I notice in my waist area and my hips in these pants, they're not as slim as they used to be. So that's how we can.
And this is one of those reasons why health MLMs are so dangerous, because they basically enforce this unhealthy living and thought process of your body, which isn't fair. Sorry, I'm moving you around real quick. I'm testing out my... See how high it is. If it'll stay up. Nope. Okay. Guess it won't. Guess it's just gonna go back down. Okay, well, I tried it out. Anyway, though, it's very sad to hear her say like this. Like, I don't obviously know what her whole body looks like because she's driving, but it already sounds sad to me because they force this unhealthy way of eating and unhealthy dieting that's not good for you. And I already know someone who, well, actually two people that are in this, and maybe more, but like it's so dangerous because it's not an actual, what's the word I was thinking of? Sustainable. It's not a sustainable diet or way of learning how to be healthy in the best way.
Gauge progress, guys. You know, we're very fixated on the scale, but you know, inches and the softness or the hardness if you're training or whatnot, it really does make that concoction all that much more. So that was a little bit of a wake-up call this morning, I have to say. What else is going on? It's just been super busy in my life. Work has been busy, thank God. Things are going really well. It's been snowing a little bit on and off the past couple of days. We had some more snow last night, but nothing crazy. Just like, I don't even know, half an inch maybe. Roads are all clear. Right now it's 9 o'clock. My meeting starts at 10. It doesn't take an hour to get there, but I am one of those sticklers with time. If I have to be somewhere at 10, I'll be there probably a half hour early. It's just me. Why am I like that? I couldn't sleep good last night. My mind was going. Made myself my coffee. I bought these little to-go cups. They're paper. You just throw them out. I got them at Hobby Lobby. There was I think it was like 12 cups for like $4. So I got that. What else? I'm trying to think. Lean and greens are getting boring. The reason is because I have a tendency to stick with like just the protein, just the veggie, just the fat. Totally fine. I can't add a lot of stuff to mine. I just can't. As soon as I add Rayo's, I start retaining water. As soon as I add cheese, I get constipated and I stall out. It's like I have to eat very clean. I don't even know what to make anymore. I'm having a rut. It's
all I'm hearing right now, and you can let me know down below. Sorry, my phone. It's been a little bit since I did on my phone, but as you can hear, it sounds like she's going through a lot, and I am hurting for her because that is not fun. Like, I couldn't even imagine doing this as a job. Like, for them to constantly have to be the ones that are training and coaching people when they're not registered dietitians, they're not nutritionists, they're none of those things. But yet they're telling people how to go about what they're doing. It's like, okay, please don't. This is not healthy. This is not good.
Like chicken and broccoli, fish and asparagus. So I need some suggestions because, you know, I get a lot from you guys. It's not just me telling you what's going on. But I'm also kind of in a rut with my next video, like what content you want to see. I know you guys love when I do, you know, the talks, the scientific things about the plan and how the body works. I'll continue that. I know you like that. Some people were saying they want to see what I eat in a day, but I feel like I have so many of those videos in my library that I don't want to bore you all to death because I see people that make those what I eat in a day videos every day, and after a while it's like, I know what you're eating because I saw what you got and you're unboxing. It's like the same stuff. So I don't know if that's boring to you guys or if you actually still want to see that. Let me know. I don't know. I'm in a rut. I'm in a rut. I did post in the group Keeping It Optavia with Felicia Nurse that I have on Facebook. If you're not in there, go pop in. some folders with files in them. We're not supposed to do any linking in the group. It's for safety purposes, but I know that a lot of you guys have coaches that don't give you all of the information that you're entitled to, and that baffles me. Like the dining out guide, the veggie conversion sheet, the PDF format of the little spiral book that you get when you make your first order, condiments, facts, like there are PDF files that you could save to your phone, your computer, you could print them out. Your coaches are supposed to give that stuff to you. I don't know why they're not. Once again, coaches, if you're a coach.
Because coaches aren't being actual coaches. That's why. They're not actual coaches. You're a 1099 contracted employee. You're not a coach. And to say you are when you don't have the proper nutrition knowledge, and even if you gave those things, it doesn't mean that that is going to be the healthy route for those people because you don't know their dietary needs. That's not healthy. That's not right. You need to be in the space of knowing those things. And it's so dangerous. And I can't stress this enough. Coming from someone who, yes, I may look naturally thin, doesn't mean I like people pointing it out. Like, it's just, it already instills this headspace of focusing on the weight and not focusing on how to properly eat for your body. Because most of these diets end up being like, what was it? Like 900 to 1,000 calories in a day. And a lot of them are like shakes and like those fuelings that they have, which are not good for you. They are expensive. It's ridiculous.
Please take the time to, devote to your clients. Don't take on too many at one time. You can't possibly. And I put that in the group for you guys so you would have it. Feel free, share, whatever. Just don't link in the group. And also, like, last night, too, somebody was talking about their finances and how it's getting expensive for them. And oh my God, I could not believe how this poor person just got lambasted because they were asking for alternatives. Like, what can I do to supplement some of the fuelings so I don't have to spend so much each month? I got, a big family and I have to feed them too. And there were so many kind words, but some people, whoa, did they go off, And I thought I would look through to some of the comments that I didn't think were so nice, and 9 times out of 10, they were coaches. And I was pissed. I was pissed. BS, man.
I will say I am so glad to see this video is a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of like like they normally are, like dictators of like bigger team, bigger groups, whatever. Which is nice to see that she actually she's very genuinely upset that these people are acting this way about the fuelings instead of being like, why are they spending so much money? Or you gotta spend this much money. She's like, no, that's not right. Like she's getting visibly upset because these are the coaches that are telling them and acting this way. When you know why they're doing it. They're trying to push the narrative of you need to buy this because it's going to help me. That's basically how it is. It's the only reason why.
Coach, and you have a client that says, look, I can't afford this. It's getting to be expensive. What are alternatives? How dare you even degrade them like that? Don't tell somebody, well, you would spend more money on a Starbucks coffee. Like, come on, guys. Clearly, not everybody is in the same financial situation. I feel like if somebody's asking for alternatives and you're a coach, give them the info. If they come off of it and you're not making a commission off them anymore, but you helped them, that's the most important thing. Unless you're in it for money, you suck. That's my opinion. Don't be in it for money. Do it because you want to help people. And if you make a little commission off them, that's wonderful. But your heart has to be in the right place. So in my group, I do allow those types of discussions. And again, some people are like, well, I thought this was an Optavia group, blah, 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 blah. It is, but guy in his book gives you alternatives, and he talks about it in there. So, you know, if somebody's struggling and they want to start to transition or whatnot, don't belittle them. I was so sad about that. It really got me pissed, and then I was sad because I have been in situations in my life when my kids were little where we didn't have a pot to piss in, right? I was living in an apartment. I was like making no money. I had to be in a certain area that we live in because of Britt's disability, and she needed certain type of school. And, you know, I did what I could to provide my kids. My son also doesn't have a disability, but, you know, we all live together in an apartment, struggling big time. And I couldn't afford certain things. And I have people in my life that kind of made me feel, you know, less than maybe because I didn't have anything. And that is like such a horrible feeling. And especially if you're in a support group like mine on Facebook and you have coaches that are just like being kind of rude about that, BS, no way, not happening in my group. I was like, block member, remove, like, goodbye. I'm not even warning that. It's just ridiculous. And I'm not saying you can't give your opinion or whatever, but, you know, if someone literally is expressing it's a financial hardship for them, I'm not going to allow. I'm just not. If somebody says, hey, you know, I'm struggling and I'm looking for alternatives, that's also not a cue to belittle them. And it might not even be financial. It just might be they're having a really hard time sticking to the plan. But that's what coaching is. Coaching isn't belittling. Coaching is helping, finding solutions, right? When a kid is struggling in school.
This is very much a refreshing thing to hear, even though I may not agree that she's being a coach in Optavia, but hearing the mentality that she has is so nice. This is going to be a very different video, obviously, but to hear that there are people out there that are decent human beings in MLMs that don't act like the top 1%. And she is very much a good representation of how others should be acting, even though I don't know what she is in title, but I'm just putting that in. That's how I feel. Just my opinion. But the fact that she is willing to let people give their voice in a group where, granted, like I said, I don't agree, but she's actually treating those around her like decent human beings, which is very rare.
This is my analogy. I can't help it. When a kid is struggling in school and they go to their teacher and say, and some of them might not even do that, but I was that kind of kid. I don't get it. My biggest thing in school was math. I could do all the regular math, but once you got into like geometry and like algebra 2 and statistics, holy crap, that was like my weakness. And I would say, because you know me, I am not shy, I'd be like to the teacher, I'd be like, excuse me, I don't get it. Help, I need help, I don't understand it. Can you imagine a teacher saying to a student, well, you know, you're just being lazy. You're obviously not reading your books. You're obviously not studying. Blah, 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 blah. No. The teacher would probably say, why don't you meet me after class? We'll sit down and discuss it. We'll go over some things and I'll help you. That's how a coach should be. And I know that there's so many good coaches out there, don't get me wrong. But there are some that literally just like turn my stomach when I read some of the stuff they write. I can't help it. Bothers me. Don't do it. Whether you're in my group or not. It's not the kind of person you should be. This world is absolutely nuts right now. And especially people behind a keyboard. You know, they write stuff, nobody knows who they are. But I really wonder if that's what they're like in their real life. If you can talk to somebody like that anonymously behind your keyboard, would you really talk to somebody like that in real life? I would never. Never. It's horrible. So, that was my little soapbox about that. Just bothered me, guys. I literally thought about it half the night. I couldn't sleep. And I know that was on my mind. And I hope the person that was reaching out understands that I don't tolerate it. And, you know, I hope that they weren't affected by it. And I hope, you know, they still continue in some fashion, whether maybe they have to order half a month and supplement the rest. It's okay. It's not the ideal situation, but it's okay. There's no race. And you know what? Another thing I've read, people are like, oh, you won't get to goal fast enough. This, blah, blah, blah. This is not a race, guys. This is a tool. That's it. Optavia is a tool. That's all. Not a race. So what? You don't lose 12 pounds in a week, 5 pounds in a week. It's just a tool. It's meant to teach. Small meals, frequent meals, not overdoing it on the sugar, keeping your carbs moderate. You know, it's teaching you. And if you're not even learning while you're on it or coaching, then you're never going to get off of this. That was one of my biggest things, is it's so simple to me and so convenient, but am I really learning from it? I wonder, and I struggle with that sometimes. I literally think about it, because when I go off Optavia, when I have gone off it, I was able to keep the weight off for the most part. But I don't really know if, like, my mind and body were connected. I'm at a stop now, so that's why I'm looking. And I feel like that mindset of quick weight loss and the ease of the program can override the fact that it's a tool and that it's meant to teach you. It's not a race. All right. When we do in the group also.
But the main reason that people take it as a race is because they're trying to get certain ranks and make money. That's the main reason why. That's the main objective that everyone goes into this with. And granted, it's not wrong, but most people don't end up treating their teammates or those underneath them in their downline like people anymore. They make it about themselves, they make it about the rank, they make it about everything else. So that's the main reason why I get what she's saying.
The 12-week countdown to spring and things, and I see people, they're like, oh, I only lost 1.2. That's phenomenal. If you take 12 weeks and add 1.2 up, you have over 12 pounds. You have over 13 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lose in a couple weeks. It's not a race. Just use this as a tool and understand that everyone loses differently. If you have more weight to lose, you're going to lose quicker, clearly. Maybe not. But most people do. But maybe not. You are unique. You are an individual. You are your own person. Nobody else's. And we shouldn't compare ourselves to other people, but we do, but we shouldn't. You know? We do it all the time. I mean, ooh, look at her outfit. Ooh, look at her hair. Ooh, look at her. You know, and then it's like, it can make your whole day shot if you compare yourself. Maybe you're not as tall as somebody. Maybe you're not as thin as somebody. Maybe you're not as big. There's people that struggle to put on weight. You know, we're in a class of people that are trying to lose weight, but there's a lot of people that can't even gain weight. There's people that are made fun of because they're too skinny. It's like the world is so effed up. You're too fat, you're too thin, you're too old, you're too young, you're too this, you're too that. Let's just love each other and support each other and help each other. Help.
Like I said, this is a very different video than I thought it was going to be, but she has a great point. Like I said, she mentioned already, there are people that made fun of for being too skinny. I've had that struggle for years. It's hard enough to put weight on. And I'm okay with admitting that. And I tell the people, I just ask them to not make it a joke. Don't make my weight a joke, because I just don't like that. But yeah, like, she has valid points. I'm not saying she doesn't. She has many valid points. And the fact that this is very opposite than many videos out there, you'll see that there are the humanness is there with quite a lot of coaches apparently. And like I said, you may not have to agree on it, but at least she is acknowledging that she is no better or anything else than people and that she wants to help. Granted, It may not be the best way of helping, but at least she sees that we can make a difference. I'm not gonna say that's bad at all. And I definitely agree.
So when someone's struggling in my group, let's be kind and helpful. Let's not ridicule. Let's not be like sarcastic. Don't have a tone behind the words that you're writing. Just be kind. And if you feel like you need to be that rude person, just pop yourself out, because I'm going to block you anyway if I see it. And there's no warning. I don't care. If you don't like it, too bad. Just be mindful. There's a nice way to go about it. If you really want to give somebody advice and it comes across as a certain way, think about how you're writing. Think about the person receiving it. Are they going to see it in the way you mean to say it, or does it come across, some people don't even realize it. But, one of the things I've learned throughout my life is people will always remember something that was said to them if it has an emotional impact. For instance, I can remember I was probably about, and I have a video on this from a long time ago. Somebody very close to me, in my family no less, said to me, "You are lazy and will amount to nothing. You will amount to nothing." Because when I was in like junior high, I had like no focus on, I'm going to be in high school. I have to decide what I'm going to do and all this other stuff. Like, I just wanted to hang out and have fun. I was a kid, for crying out loud. But I can remember being in the room I was in. I wasn't home. I was in that person's house. And I remember the facial expression, the tone of the voice, everything. Like it just happened 5 seconds ago. I'm not kidding. Those words were so powerful and they hit me so hard that I couldn't believe that this family member was saying this to me. And as a kid, you internalize it like you're worthless. This person that you look up to thinks you're a piece of garbage. Clearly, you're not going to be anything if they say you're not going to be anything. How freaking dare, right? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that was when I was a kid, and it still haunts me to this day. That person's no longer alive, but it still haunts me. It haunts me. And I feel like everything I've done in my life, have a career, went through college with a 4.0 average, like all of these different things I did for myself, but honestly, there's a piece of me that did it for that person to say, yeah. So maybe it was motivating, but it wasn't. It was hurtful, and I carry it with me to this day. I'm very secure with myself. I'm very strong emotionally. I'm very extroverted and such. I know I would never in a million years ever talk to somebody like that, let alone a family member. So when you're, let's say you're out in a store, good lady, when you're out in a store, let's say, and you see somebody with something pretty on, like a nice coat, a nice hat, pretty makeup, hair, I don't care what it is, you would be amazed at how far, by you just saying, "I love your coat. You look beautiful. Your hair is so nice." A simple little word like that. You would not believe how far, no one's in my office. You would not believe how far that goes. You could make someone's day with one little statement, and you could truly tear someone apart with one little statement. You can wreck somebody's day, or week, or month. Everybody has something in their life that they're going through. And if it's an insecurity about their weight, oh my God, being mean is never going to help. So, I don't know, I'm rambling, but that's stuff that I feel. And I know this world will never be a perfect place, and I know that everybody won't always get along and all these other things. But you, as a person, can make a difference and be a kind person in this world, because it is so effed up. It really is. And it probably always will be. But you be that person. You be the one to be kind and helpful to other people. It's easy, and it'll make you feel good too. Find that those people that are cruel and whatnot, they have the most insecure self-esteem known to man, and maybe somebody hurt them, right? So I don't know what the solution is, but I do know one of them is to be kind. So with that being said, I'm pulling into a parking lot, a parking garage. I hate these things. They make me like a nervous wreck, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, guys, so that was my little chit chat for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be making, obviously better content. This was just...
All right, so that was everything with that. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe you maybe might have learned at least a little bit, just to realize that there are coaches. I see that loosely. Coaches out there that apparently it's very rare to see that see beyond the ranks and me, and you gotta do this to help. So I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.